This weekend, pet owners in Perth County can have their pets vaccinated against rabies at no cost. It's all part of a program aimed at reducing the number of rabies cases. Plugged In's Kathy Riedel says it's the 12th year for the campaign.
There are 11 vets taking part this year. The first rabies clinic was held on Wednesday. The second one will be held this Saturday from noon until 4 p.m. The Perth District Health Unit is organizing the event. Shelley Helms says last year almost 3,000 animals were vaccinated.
Yeah, this is a clinic that is offering rabies vaccinations at a low cost to all pet owners in Perth County.
What is the importance of getting your pet vaccinated?
Well, Perth County still has a high number of animals that test positive for rabies every year. So if your pet comes in contact with a skunk, a fox, or a bat, which is positive for rabies, you are putting yourself and your family at risk of contacting the virus, and rabies is a fatal illness.
The shots are done quickly. There's no examination involved, so vets are not tied up for a great length of time.
Perth County is actually one of the only places left in Ontario that still has a fairly high incidence of rabid animals every year. So it kind of stands out within the province.
So for those people who say, why bother?
Well, again, I look at their families, and they're protecting themselves and their families if they have small children. If their animal comes in contact with a rabid animal, with the vaccine, there's a better chance of protecting their family, and it is the law. We can enforce them to have it.
Rabies is highly infectious, and if it goes untreated, can be fatal for both animals and humans.
There's two different forms of symptoms. One of them is commonly called the dumb form, or the paralytic form, where the animal gradually becomes more depressed and progressively more, or I should say less responsive to normal stimuli, and maybe goes away and hides, or just doesn't interact with people, and it just becomes worse and worse until finally death comes around.
Okay. The
other more classic form, I guess, is the furious form, where the animal becomes quite often early on just a little bit nervous or jumpy. Sometimes there's some muscle twitching. And from there, quite commonly, quickly progresses to the typical aggression and frothing at the mouth that everyone associates with rabies. So those are the two forms, but the end result's always the same. The animal dies.
What is the effect on humans if they're in contact with rabies?
Well, if you're bitten or even scratched by an animal, you should, first of all, if you're at home, wash the wound with soap and water immediately, and then either that or go to your doctor or the emergency room and receive treatment there. You definitely need to contact your doctor, and you definitely need to contact the health unit so that we can follow up and find out whether or not the animal has been vaccinated, and we would proceed with a period of confinement then to make sure that the animal is in a healthy state.
For more information about your nearest rabies clinic for your pet, call the health unit at 271-7600. For Plugged In Stratford, I'm Kathy Riedel.
Coming up, Rogers' top 10 video rentals of the week, and right after that, a conversation with Cheryl Plouffe from the Deep South. Stay plugged in.